Welcome to another episode of the Carpe Fide podcast, where if the shoe fits, you wear it.
And if the truth hurts, you bear it.
I am Justin Gruber.
And I am Jesse Gruber.
And today we hope you will seize the faith.
Well, hi-ho, and welcome to another episode of the Carpe Fide podcast. I'll be your special guest host tonight. My name is Kermit the Frog. Please include the "the" whenever mentioning my name. I will not be joined by my lovely wife. She has the flu. You might say she has the swine flu, but I wouldn't do that in front of her because, well, she's aggressive. Oh, thank you. Well, tonight we have a very special interview for you. Tonight we have been granted, yet again, special access to take over the Carpe Fide podcast and interview the President of the United States. That's right. He's back.
Well, Kermit, it's good to be back. Some might say that I never should have left, but here we are, back again.
Good evening, Mr. President. It's good to have you on the episode tonight.
Listeners are probably
thank you for
curious why I would even
ask
be
you some
on this
general
podcast
questions
again
about
with you,
your
given how our
forthcoming
last
administration
interview
ended. There have been some, we'll just say, compromises made. Not on my behalf, but I will be muting the president should there be any speciesist talk about my wife or myself.
Kermit, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no malice or ill will. We're all adult amphibians/humans here. I think we can conduct ourselves. I think your baseless attacks against me. Are you from CNN?
No, sir.
Because I don't do internets with CNN. You see.
No, I'm strictly with Sesame Street 1.
Very good, because last time there were many leftovers in the swamp, and I know you live in a swamp, but I just mean it in just a strictly metaphorical sense, that there were too many leftovers from Obama left in the White House, in the administration, and we are going to drain the swamp again. Again, no offense. It's just a figure of speech.
Well, I know you have a lovely facility there in Mar-a-Lago, but you can come up to the mansion in Palo Alto any daggone time. Okay, Mr. President, there's no reason to just insinuate that I only live in a swamp because I'm an amphibian. I have gone platinum several times, and I've interviewed many great Americans. There's no reason for this back and forth. Let's get right into the questions, shall we, sir?
Yes, I thought this episode was about me, so if we're done talking about you, I would appreciate getting back to the subject of conversation.
Well, let's just start with a softball question here, sir. I don't know if you're aware, but there seems to be some sort of erratic, small, flying plane things above the Northeast. Many flashing lights. People on the ground are reporting sightings of what they're calling drones, some as big as a car, I'm hearing, perhaps a small van, and they're very disturbed. I wonder, could you shed any light on the flying drone situation in the northeast of our country, good sir?
Well, I think one thing is clear. I think the administration is clearly not doing enough, and by this administration, I mean the one that we are currently in, the Joe Biden regime, the socialist Joe Biden regime with cackling Kamala. But it's I don't know if you've noticed the patterns, Kermit, but these drones, these planes are flying really over just the blue states. I don't know if they think that the people are just so stupid there that they wouldn't have noticed, but once we get into January, I am confident that we will be shooting these down in mass.
Oh my. Well, despite your amphibophobic comments that you're making, we can both agree that whatever the current administration is...
I have said nothing amphibophobic this entire time. I still don't know what you're talking about.
It's really okay, Mr. President. I was going to say that despite the...
I don't see aquatic versus land animals. Okay.
Sir, amphibians.
I'm species blind.
All right. You know what? The science may be a little above your head. If you get RFK, he can explain it all to you. But with these drones, there was some mention by one online sleuth that there may be connections to nuclear waste that was missing from a train. I don't know if have you gotten any security updates? We can be sure that this administration is relatively inept when it comes to everything.
Finding their own location, yes. I am well aware of Joe Biden's inability to understand where things are in space and time. And quite frankly, if it is some type of missing weapon or something like that from Russia, then I think that as soon as people with eyes get back in the White House, and with some basic level of cognition, we could probably find this pretty quick.
Do you think that it's appropriate? Just when we look back on this past 4 years, I dare say it is concerning. You yourself are no spring pig, so to speak. And do you think there should be maybe some cognitive or physical test for a presidency?
Kermit, I've passed every single cognitive and physical test that there is known to man or beast, okay? And I don't use that term in a pejorative. It's just a figure of speech. Have you seen my golf swing? I can hit it from Mar-a-Lago to Mexico, okay? And that's not the only thing that I can send back into Mexico, okay? I am so fit, I could bench more than Bobby Kennedy, okay? You just watch what we do in this next 4 years. You will see me bench so much that you'll say, please stop, I can't handle any more benching. Okay, that is the level of physical and mental acuity that I have. And to even, you know what, Kermit, to even ask that question, I think that maybe CNN owns Sesame One, okay? So if we could just tone down this type of talk and just focus on the things at hand, okay?
I can assure you that Sesame Street 1 is in no way affiliated with any of the major media services. We are completely independent and mostly fictional. So, seems like this is an appropriate interview.
We all know what happened to PBS, okay?
What does PBS have to do with...
The public broadcasting system has gone... It doesn't work for the public anymore, okay?
No, that's why Sesame Street 1 remains an independent broadcast service, mostly affiliate news and dealing with the famous. Yeah. This question was a concerning one that came in from one Harold Snuffleupagus. I don't know if you ever heard of his brother, Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he attended one of the Diddy parties. I've heard of this guy.
There is absolutely no evidence to suggest that any of the Snuffleupaguses were in any way affiliated with P. Diddy and large quantities of baby oil.
I heard that they were stuffing a lot of things at the parties.
That is, I don't know. I can neither confirm or deny. I just know that they have showed up in, you know what, let's just get to the questions. They were concerned that some of your cabinet picks, Mr. President, were very, very questionable. Maybe you could speak to some of the reports coming out of your former appointment in the attorney area was, I believe, Mr. Matthew Gaetz from Florida. Seems like he may have had some, let's just say, scurrilous mishaps early on in his career, and they came out in a report that was put out by the Health Ethics. That's not a word. I'm usually much better at these interviews.
What kind of cognitive tests do they have for the Sesame One reporters?
Yes, that's a good question. I'll have to ask my agent. The House Ethics Committee investigation. Do you have anything to say maybe for or against Matthew Gaetz?
Well, the Democrats are all about getting people out of the bedroom, getting the government out of the bedrooms. And who Matt Gaetz sleeps with, I don't know. Who he paid, I don't know. He seems to have been making the right moves. We've moved on, and I wish him the best in his sexual endeavors.
Oh, man. That question kind of went to the left, so to speak, and came back to the right, and well, it's just hanging out there for everyone to hear. When considering these picks, I noticed Mr. Pete Hegseth. I don't know, have you been able to have any interactions with him personally?
Yes, I've seen his tattoos. I felt his tattoos. They are amazing tattoos. Pete is a guy who knows what he's doing, who wants to clean house. He wants to run the military as it should be run. We need peace through strength, and Pete's the guy that will do that. He's a fantastic churchman. As far as I know, he holds the Bible the correct way. He doesn't hold it upside down in photo shoots. I've made these mistakes in the past, but he's a great guy.
I did notice that he has a very beautiful wife, as I do myself, and many kids. And we in the amphibian community are very on board with that.
There is no one as beautiful as Melania Kermit.
You know, Mr. Trump, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Obviously, she has a stigmatism of some kind. She is married to you.
Your eyes are slits, Kermit. How can you see anything outside? You know what? We're getting off topic.
I have
again.
aquatic 20/30 vision. You might want to just check yourself before you really wreck yourself.
What, do you need to go back and care for some tadpoles or something? Tad frogs, whatever.
Let's just move on to the next question.
I don't even know how that works. I don't even know where it goes.
You know, but this next question, just maybe this will be illuminating. There were at least 3 attempts on your life coming down the stretch there towards the election results, and I'm wondering, have these attempts at ending your life early caused you to revisit the meaning of life and the value of it?
Well, it's not easy being green, Kermit, and sometimes
preaching to the choir.
Sometimes, you know, I took a lot of early inspiration from the great singer-songwriter 50 Cent, and I'd like to say that I've inherited some really great qualities about myself listening to him, namely the ability to survive bullets and things of that nature. But yes, I mean, you know, you do think about a lot as bullets are whizzing by, and, you know, our great servicemen and women who are fighting for our freedoms overseas, they deserve more respect, because it is no joke having all of your life flash before your eyes so quickly and so frequently. And I just say that I'm a better person having survived these events. I've been much more thoughtful in my life about things, and I will do everything I can to turn all of that thought back to the American people.
Well, as someone who's personally invested in the greatness of America, I'm glad to hear that these have caused some introspection. These things always should. I remember when my son Tiny Tim was struggling. He had a congenital defect from birth, and you know,
told you to take better care of the eggs, Kermit. I don't know what.
Well, it's a very you might think that a frog and a pig could just you know, experience birth in the normal manner, but it's not as easy as you might think. There's definitely what you might call some barriers. So without getting into too much personal information, I'm just glad to see that you've been able to process these things with a level of maturity, and they're causing you to evaluate the quality and worth of life and how we live it.
Yeah, I mean, my ratings skyrocketed after that event, Kermit, and it was really, really good that the people saw that and recognized that. I've never been more popular. I've got trading cards. I've got digital trading card things that people are paying money for and buying things for the campaign.
The NFTs are pretty big out there. Yeah,
it has been great. Yes.
Speaking of NFTs and such, I myself may have invested about $10 in that Dogecoin, which skyrocketed at the announcement of a new government or entity you've proposed, namely Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. You have Mr. Elon Musk heading that up. He's utilizing what's that other guy? Come on.
I believe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Bhattacharya? No, that's the doctor.
Vivek. Vivek,
Ramaswamy.
Ramaswamy.
How do you envision this entity working in accordance with your government? Do you believe that there can ever be efficiency inside of such a big organization like the U.S. government?
Well, I think the whole point of the Doge is to really reduce the size and spending of the government and make recommendations that hopefully Congress will be able to enact so that things are smaller and more efficient. I am all for efficiency. I have many children. You should see that for yourself. And yes, I'm all for things working well this time. There was lots of barriers to progress last time. Again, lots of people, lots of issues left over from the Obama administration spying on my campaign and my term in the White House. And I think that Elon and Vivek will be able to hopefully propose some great ideas for us to adopt as a nation. And I think it's really important, Kermit, that the Doge operate outside of government. It would be silly to create a government agency and then to pay the government agency and then to have that agency determine what is inefficient. I think it's really important that they have a direct voice with the people on X.
So you're saying maybe the way the government's pretty much operated the whole time the government has operated is probably not the greatest way that the government should operate?
Kermit, we need to make America better again, and I see this as helping make America better again.
I couldn't agree with you more. When the call comes from inside the house, you're in the middle of a horror movie. You know what I mean? No, you don't know what I mean. That's okay, Mr. President.
I'm a comedy fan myself. I don't watch any of the horror movies.
The calls coming from inside the house is it's okay. It's a classic film noir line.
I haven't used a phone in a long time, Kermit.
Yeah, I know. They don't. You know what's funny? You should know. They don't have the little spinny numbers anymore. It's really sad, actually. Little you spin it and that one. The rotary phones.
Yes, Kermit, I'm familiar with rotary phones. I had one in my car back in 19...
That's probably the last phone. I get it. Anyway, for those of you that are boomers, we're going to go to another term. This is a question that's on everybody's mind. We've seen many images of you and Melania and your son. He's about 7'4". Do you have any explanations for that?
Kermit, we breed winners. Us Trumps do. I know that that's hard to fathom, you being about 6 inches long, but all I could say is superior genetics.
Well, gee golly.
But let's not just focus on his physical prowess. He is an intellectual wizard, that kid. I am very proud of Barrett.
In what way has his intellectual abilities amazed you and Melania?
Every day.
Well, I certainly think that it is winter for him up where his head is most of the time. He's a giant, and he makes you look kind of like a short, fat Korean.
Kermit, you married someone that people use for food and fat. You married a pig, literally a porker.
There's no reason to bring my wife into these interviews every time. It's every time with you. Let's just stick to the questions.
Maybe if you stopped making fun of my son, I'd stop making fun of your fat wife.
Your son looks like they stretched an Ewok too far.
But at least he's not fat, Kermit. All right, let's go.
It's not possible for
I feel Bobby Kennedy looking at me. We need to
Yes,
go.
yeah. Speaking of Mr. Kennedy, there's many people that are concerned that maybe some of the beneficial vaccines he's going to get rid of. As an amphibian myself, I'm not what you would say exposed to the same types of diseases, but
swine flu.
It's something that gets you, and when it gets you, you just love her, and you can't run from it. You have to embrace. You know what? Again, with my wife, can you just assure the American public that Robert Kennedy is not going to be jostling around with stuff we've used for so long, or do you know evidence of reasons why maybe he is a little anti-vaccine?
Well, Kermit, I think I'd like to speak on this topic for myself.
Oh, goodness, Mr. Kennedy. Well, it's an honor to have so many very influential people on the podcast tonight. You can answer for yourself. Is there any evidence that we should be concerned about these vaccines? And are you planning on just throwing out all vaccines and forcing upon us some sort of viral contagion pandemic spree of old diseases?
Well, Kermit, I think that as someone who can bench press almost as much as Jalen Hurts can, I think it's really important that we look at the vaccine schedule for kids. I mean, just look at you. You're green, you're moist, and, we need something better for America than green and moist and autistic.
I'm not autistic, and I am a frog.
Oh,
so
I'm very sorry for assuming.
Yeah, it's really important not to assume someone's species, especially when it's obviously right in front of you. I will not take that personally. Mr. Kennedy, you are very physically fit, and maybe you could dissuade some people. There have been some disparaging comments about your speech impediment, and I just thought maybe you could clarify for everyone that it's okay to maybe be different. I am green and moist, and sometimes you sound like a speaking spell, so...
I can see what President Trump was talking about when he said that this interview might be a little adversarial. I don't know if we should be making fun of each other's speech impediments.
Oh, I was just opening the floor for you to allow everyone to know that it's okay to be a little different. I mean, I would never insult someone that's as jacked as The Rock.
Well, that's great because your ear holes are behind your cranium. I don't know if you're hearing things properly.
I don't know what the location of my ear holes.
Well, maybe you should take a basic biology class and lay off the vaccines. Maybe substitute some tallow in your diet.
I'm concerned. Do you think that my ear holes are behind my cranium because of vaccines, or...
No, I'm just saying maybe you're not hearing properly.
Ah, I see. So do you have any evidence that there are issues with the vaccines? Maybe data of some kind?
I think if you just look around and you notice the things that are happening in America. But the problem with these studies that are out there is that they are funded by people who want things to be a certain way. Science used to be about challenging the status quo. But now, ever since Dr. Fauci and the NIH and all of these liberal universities have stopped seeking out truth, we've stopped funding research that might be a little bit challenging of people's assumptions over the past 40 or 50 years.
It's so true, and I've been very compelled to have you in charge ever since I saw you advertise that little headband with the punchy ball.
Yeah, box of bowling.
Oh my goodness, that thing is absolutely wonderful. We had it at our New Year's celebration. It was fantastic.
Can I ask you what your high score is? I know your legs do most of the punching.
Well, ironically, I think my short jab really helped me get a high score there. My high score was 1,273. I have pretty fast reflexes.
I'll believe it when I see it, Kermit. All right, I'm going to step back off and take a drink of water.
That's probably a great idea, Mr. Kennedy. It's such a pleasure to have you on here, and thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
I just want to thank Mr. Kennedy for sharing his time and showing us that, unlike Joe Biden, people with speech impediments are actually incredibly intelligent. So that's good to know.
Yeah, Bobby's one of the brightest guys that we've got. I was really thankful that he left the woke Democratic Party. He recognized that they weren't serving the people anymore, and well, what can I say about Bobby? He's a people guy,
amphibians, we do communicate with our reptilian brothers at times, and Sal. I mean, he didn't know him as Sal, but the rattlesnake that he caught in his house and then released in the wilderness was very kind.
That was great.
He could have just chopped his head off right there. He actually released him, and it was wonderful. And Sal's doing well. I thought everyone should know.
Yeah, we believe in the catch and release. We just release them back in the country that they are from, and
yeah, it was just really beautiful to see him care for it that way. And I know, and Sal got real confused. He had a lot to drink the night before. He didn't mean to be inside the home, so that was a weird situation.
So how do you can you describe to me how you communicate? Is this like that movie Avatar? Do you have things that like touch, and do you?
No, mostly we just talk like this, pretty much like we're talking now, actually. There's no weird things and a blue weird nonsense.
Have to try that next time.
I mean, no, you can't. I mean, we talk like this, but like, you know how like I'm speaking English now?
You're trying to say that you're special, Kermit?
No, I can speak amphibiolian, and when we talk together, it's a kind of a morph of our language.
All right, you're like an animal C-3PO then, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm married to a big dude. I don't know what you need me to do.
We have noticed, and we have commented on that many times.
Yeah, well, we sure have. Mr. President, just maybe one final question for this evening. Given that this is your second time in the White House, what is something you feel you learned in your first administration that you feel will benefit the American people in your second administration?
Well, Kermit, I think you'll see my ratings have never been higher. And some might even say that I'm kind of influencing some things in our country right now. I haven't even taken office. I haven't stepped foot inside the White House since 2020. And really, so many things have changed, right? Canada might be our 51st state. People are hopeful. They are vibrant, just like they were at all of my rallies before I got shot. And I just think this time is going to be different. I mean, just looking at my cabinet appointees, they are amazing. They are top notch. Barron, as you know, has grown so much since the last time that we've been in office.
Is that the beef tallow that Mr. Kennedy was speaking of?
Beef tallow on the fries, he is absolutely right. They are fantastic. And you know what? I feel better, eating those. So I really think that it's going to be different this time. The country is looking more bright and beautiful as ever. We're going to clean everything up. We're going to fix everything. Hopefully for years and years to come.
Well, this is great news, Mr. President. And I know that these can get a little contentious at times, and I just appreciate your time this evening, Mr. President. And I do enjoy that you will be the 45th president as well as the 47th president. I think that is a fabulous thing for our country. And honestly, as bad as the last 4 years have been, we really just needed anything that was remotely human in office. So we're really glad to have you.
Yeah, it's weird to have puppets running the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean, but you felt like maybe you were implying more than.
I was just saying that I felt like we all knew that someone was pulling Joe's strings.
Yeah, some like maybe there was a hand up inside of him helping him talk and move.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's part of the pharmaceutical industry that Mr. Kennedy was speaking about, actually.
I actually was about to fund a study about this.
All right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think
there's going to be a lot going on in the Department of Health.
Definitely. He needs help. And hopefully we can help him. He'll still be an American for as long as he's alive, and I hope that we can help him.
I think someone's probably going to help him right on down to Delaware, and he's going to sit on the bay a lot. Mm-hmm.
He will need a lot of help. He will need more help than many people. But
he is married to a doctor, so
he is, and that is something for him to think about. Yes.
I really hope that he's prepared for this next portion of his life, and that reminds me. I was talking to one of the regular hosts on the podcast, Jesse Gruber, and he reminded me that if you need to be prepared yourself, you might want to check out offgridwarehouse.com. In many recent years, we've had lots of cause to be concerned, and really a need to be prepared. And if you yourself find yourself needing to be more prepared this year, then you should head over to offgridwarehouse.com. Offgridwarehouse.com has all the EDC and emergency preparedness gear you could possibly need. And their goal at Off Grid Warehouse is to help equip and prepare our fellow citizens. That's right. Pete and Joe will personally pack up your order and get the high quality products you need to stay ahead of the curve for any emergency situation. Don't wait to take action and enhance your self-reliance. Get prepared at offgridwarehouse.com and be an asset to those around you when the next emergency hits. And I believe there's a discount code of CF10 for 10% off of your purchase. With that, Mr. President, really glad to have you, and I hope your 47th administration makes America great again.
Thank you very much, Kermit. Yes, Off Grid Warehouse, absolutely fantastic people. And I hope that the future is bright. I think the future is bright. And I appreciate the interview. I really do.
Well, I believe that the tagline, Mr. President, could you join me in the tagline of the show that's traditionally said by
I would be honored, Kermit.
Okay. The tagline, do you know the tagline, sir?
Yes, I've been briefed on the tagline.
You're so prepared. They prepare you really well for these interviews.
Well, I can think and speak words, so it's a little bit easier than some other people, but yes.
Indeed. Well, then, dear listeners, we hope that you this very day would
seize the faith.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.